So Tottenham Hotspur 3, Arsenal 0. Kenny Ken was at the game, and we're going to get into his fan cam in a minute or so. Before I do that, please do check out the Werripy website. The link is in the description. And anyone suffering from mental health issues, depression, anxiety, confidence issues, do go and check this website out. It is free for 1 month. After that, it is $14 a month. Unless you use the discount code in the description, you will get $4 off if you use that code. leegunner is the discount code. I'm going to play a 1-minute clip, and then we're going to get Kenny Ken's thoughts on that shambolic performance. But sit back and take a look at the Werripy website, people.
Werripy. Therapy, wherever, whenever.
Hello and welcome to Know Yourself, brought to you by Werripy. Therapy, wherever, whenever. In this 4-week course, you will learn how to indicate areas of inner conflict and distress and reflect on them. You will also learn about how different versions of yourself compete with each other to make you feel depressed. This course uses simple models to illustrate different psychological processes. At the end of each lesson, you will be able to draw a model of yourself and see how your depression and inner conflict has been created. We encourage you to take each lesson at your own pace. There is a lot to learn. Short videos and diagrams are provided to make the information easier to digest. Homework will be assigned at the end of every lesson. Also, please make the most of the week between the lessons by applying what you've learned and by doing the homework consistently throughout the week. Before you start this course, have some nice paper, some different color pens, and some tracing paper handy. So, without further ado, let's get started. Click on the tab below to proceed to the first week of the course, the objective and method theory.
Kenny, you was at the game. Before we get talking about that, make sure you do go and check that website out. It's absolutely class. Philip is a psychotherapist from Sweden. He's also an Arsenal fan as well. So do go and show some love. The Arsenal community that I keep hearing about, go and show some love. Even if you're not a gooner, go and show some love. But Kenny, 3-0, kind of flattered us because that was shambolic, mate. Absolutely shambolic. The way we capitulated after that first goal was very reminiscent of times gone by under Arsene and Unai at times, really, and under this manager at times. 250 million quid, and at the end of the game, we ended up with Tomiyasu and Xhaka. We ended up with Tomiyasu and Xhaka at centre-back at the end of that game. Gabriel's injured. Rob Holding sent off. Cedric just, I don't know what the fuck he was doing, if I'm being completely honest. What did you make of it, mate? You was there.
You know what's happened, right? Only one team treated that like a derby. And I'll tell you one thing, that was a disgrace to the shirt. You know, it seemed like our only weapon of attack was to get the ball down the left-hand side to Gabriel and let him go and win it to us. A lot of people hit today. You know, you're going to go on certain fan cams and you're going to go on certain fan sites, and you're going to hear people on the ground, and they are in complete and utter denial. So they're in complete and utter denial. And the reason why I say they're complete and utter denial, all I had bird around me, the referee's a cheat, the referee's this, he's not giving us anything. That was one of the biggest myths and biggest lies ever, mate. I was there, I saw it in my own eyes, so did some of our fans. From kick-off, Spurs put their foot in, treated it like a Northland derby. They outran us, they outworked us. They were intercepting all our passes. Højbjerg was up and down the pitch. Bentancur was just had a run of the place. Harry Kane kept on sucking our players into the midfield. I kept on saying, "Don't get sucked in. Don't get sucked in."
Yeah,
and the worst thing about it, not only was Harry Kane sucking them in, so was Song. Both of them were playing bloody deep, and waiting for one of our idiots to follow me in deep. I mean, El Neni been brilliant for us today, and he tried his best because he made some great interceptions. But I like to see Granit Xhaka and check to see if he got any mud in his knees. Because I'll tell you one thing, right? He wouldn't have needed a shout today. Because I'll tell you one thing, he did absolutely sweet FA. Odegaard tried his nuts off. Saka just got played out the game. Ben Davies, kept out of the game. And Nketiah looked like lost. He looked like the cult player that he is. But seriously, mate, one of the things that really, really annoyed me, we just turned up and thought that we're already in the top 4. We're not the fucking top 4. Yeah, we're 4 points ahead of them, but with 3 games left. You still got to give it in every game. It's like I kept on saying on this recording, and there are people who are checking out my fan codes going, "Oh, Kenny, why don't you just enjoy the win? Why can't you just, enjoy it instead of looking for the negatives?" The reason why I look for the bloody negatives is because I said against Chelsea, Man United, West Ham, and I even said against Leeds, that we keep on making these individual errors, that one day we're going to be found out. And today, we play a team that didn't make the errors that Chelsea made, the errors that West Ham made, and Man United made, and Leeds, in terms of making more errors than we did. And guess what? We got found out. All Spurs had to do was wait for us to capitulate, wait for us to make mistakes. We made it so easy for them. I'll tell you one thing: a lot of players need to hold their heads in shame. Not one Arsenal player should come off the pitch thinking that that they've done well for the shirt. They need to look at themselves, take a good look at themselves. But I'll tell you one thing right now: this is worse than Crystal Palace. Worse than Crystal Palace. Much worse, mate.
The only thing, I'll say this as well, I don't know if you feel the same. The one thing I'll say, yeah, like they could have killed that game 5, 6, 7. Right? And that's not even taking the piss, right? They had Son miss a sitter. The goalkeeper made 2 worldies today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Emerson Royale missed a sitter in the first half.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one near him. They could have had 6 today. Right. The only thing I'll say is going into that Newcastle game on Monday, if it was 6 tonight, yeah, I wouldn't see us getting anything in the last 2 games. The fact it wasn't 6.
Yeah, but you've got to look at the situation.
I don't know.
Personnel issues as well. I'm hearing that Gabriel got a hamstring, so he's got a hamstring. He's out for the rest of the season. Rob Holding, serious foul play is. I don't know whether he's got. If it's a double booking, then he's going to miss 1 match. He's going to be out for 1. We still don't know how good Ben Wright is fit. So
he ain't, because Kenny, he didn't bring him on when Rob Holding got sent off, and he didn't bring him on.
So he's not fit.
When Gabriel got taken off.
So basically, we're going to have to play a patched-up Benjamin Wright alongside Tommy Asu in centre halves.
And we've got Savage and Saint Maximin running at him. Oh my God!
Exactly. And you've got Jumalish as well, who's going to run at them as well. But let's just remember one thing, right? Rob Holding, I still don't understand why you had to do this. Why you had to get wound up by Song. Let's just talk about the penalty, right? I was right near it, right? Soft or not, if that went to VAR, they'd have given it. This is what
it was a penalty. I don't know why anyone's arguing.
Yeah, but I don't know. A lot of people at the ground were saying, "Oh, my mate who's watching Sky said it was soft." It doesn't matter. When the cross went in from Emerson Royale, if Song had a free header, right, and then Cedric takes him out, it's a fucking penalty.
Mate, if it was the other way round, these people that are moaning about it, would they be crying for it? Exactly. It was a penalty. It was the same as Mustafi's at the Emirates, mate, where he went straight through the back.
Same situation. It was a bona fide penalty. I don't know what bollocks that someone's told them. They are completely off their heads. I mean, they're supporting the football club and being like, how I say it, like fighting for your team, but lying to your faces is unbelievable. I mean, referees are cheat. Oh, come on, mate. You're grown men, mate. Except the fact that we got beaten by the better side. We were absolutely smashed to pieces. Our manager got it wrong. After the sending off by not even attempting to bring on Ben White, and then playing Jack at left back until all of a sudden he realised it was a bad idea, and he tried to get us back where we are, where we normally play football. But then again, it was a lost cause because we're down to 10 men, and that is the long and short of it. The fact is, going back to the truth, is that there was a North London derby and only one team treated that like a derby, and that has to be a disgrace. And the reason why one team treated it like a derby, because what's happening, right, is that too much praise has been given to this team without them earning it. It's like we give a manager a contract when he hasn't finished the season, and we're basically saying top 4 is a trophy, and us coming in Europa League is a trophy. I'm sorry, but if that's his standards, we've got something wrong. And when you have standards like that, you get performances like that. I mean, all this praise you're getting for the media, all the praise you're getting for our fans, all that, that wretched song, wretched song about Arteta, earned the right to play. If you're already in the Champions League, I'll accept this performance, but you haven't achieved anything yet, and all you've done is given Spurs an inch. And then if they beat Burnley and we play a patch type team against Newcastle, and Newcastle take something from us, then what will happen? They could take a mile, because guess what? The last game of the bloody season against Norwich City, already relegated, and let's face it, they've got no business being in our division. They're an embarrassment, Norwich City. Let's face it. Teams like Norwich City, if they win their respective leagues, either championship, what you should make Norwich City do is have 2 double playoffs, or a double playoff, and then let them back in, because what's the point of wasting everyone's time? Get promoted, then go back down. That's a waste of energy, and they're not going to give a fight. So basically, what we have to do is that players need to think, right, we can't get ourselves out of Tottenham, even though we should get ourselves to Tottenham, and just take the opportunity that's been in front of us. But let's not forget, Newcastle players are playing for place for next season, because guess what?
Fact. I said that to Jez a minute ago. They're all fighting for their careers, mate.
Yeah, they're fighting for their careers, because at the end of the day, they've got a £300 million war chest, and regardless of whether they're in Europe or not, the fact is that once you tickle someone's fancy, i.e. put 30 pieces of silver in front of them, they're going to get tempted, so they are going to get players. So if we don't get the top 4, then what will happen? We've got to compete with the possibly rejuvenated Man United under Ten Hag. So we've got these lot. Conte is probably going to want players who are going to help him win the league, because he ain't going to stick around for about 4 or 5 years at Spurs. Then let's not forget about Chelsea, where they're going to have a bit of war chest, because they're going to be allowed to do transfer. They've got the right people. You know what I mean? And then after that, Man City and Liverpool are going to probably have the situation where it's 2 out and 2 in. So we really need to stop accepting praise when it hasn't been earned yet, and get with the programme. Seriously, get with the programme.
100%.
I'll take a team talk on Monday. Shouldn't even be a team talk. Show them the video of this performance. Show them the video of this performance.
100% agree, mate.
And say, never again. You know what I mean? Never again.
100%. Listen, Kenny, we're going to do player ratings.
Yeah.
We're going to do player ratings straight after this, with you and Jez.
So I'll wait back then.
Jez, I'll send you the link in the group chat in a sec. Yeah, Jez never made it to the game, as you know.
I know he didn't. Yeah,
mad. But
poor thing, man.
Assal
was here,
right
yeah, Assal was here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Listen, I'll send you the link in a second. Yeah. Always love, man.
Always love. Always.